let us continue the history chapter, social and religious reform movements. Students, in last class we discussed about the important aspects of Brahma Samaj, and also we discussed about one more social religious reformer and his achievement, Henry Louis Vivian Desrosiers, and the movement which he was started, that is Young Bengal movement. Okay, how he tried to reform the society of Bengal. And also we discussed little about the Arya Samaj founded by Dayananda Saraswati. His life history we discussed in last class. Okay, now in today's class let us discuss about the aims of Arya Samaj. Okay, or teachings of Arya Samaj. From the point of examination, this is important one, aims of Arya Samaj. So listen carefully and you have to read these aims carefully. Okay, first and the most important aim or teaching of Arya Samaj is all Hindus should believe in one formless God. All Hindus should believe in one formless God. That is the first and the most important teaching or aim of Arya Samaj. Next, second aim or teaching is no one is Shudra or Brahmin by birth. Okay, no one is Shudra or Brahmin by birth, and caste based system was rejected by Arya Samaj. No one is Shudra or Brahmin by birth. Okay, and caste based system also rejected by Arya Samaj. Okay, this is the second important aim or teachings of Arya Samaj. Next, encouragement to intercaste marriages. Okay, Arya Samaj encouraged for intercaste marriage. Encouragement to intercaste marriage. Okay, that is also an important aim or teachings of Arya Samaj. Next, one more teaching is rejection of polygamy and child marriage. Arya Samaj rejected, okay, the social evils like polygamy and child marriage. Rejection of polygamy and child marriage is also an important aim or teachings of Arya Samaj. Next is men and women are equal. Arya Samaj advocated men and women are equal. There is no discrimination. Okay, so Arya Samaj also promoted the gender equality. Okay, that is also important point you have to remember. Next, aim or teachings of Arya Samaj: one should study Vedas and other ancient sacred books and preach them. One should study Vedas and other ancient sacred texts and preach them. Okay, that that is the one more aim or teachings of Arya Samaj. One should study the Vedas because Arya Samaj advocated that Vedas are authentic and Vedas are the only source of truth. So that's why Swami Dayananda Saraswati gave a call, that is back to Vedas, that we discussed in last class. Okay. So here under the principles or teachings or aims of Arya Samaj, that is also one should study Vedas and other ancient sacred texts. Okay, and preach them. Okay, so these are all the major points comes under the aims of Arya Samaj or teachings of Dayananda Saraswati. Okay, next we will study about some more important information with regards to Arya Samaj and Dayananda Saraswati. Okay, Arya Samaj started one of the important programs, that is Shuddhi movement. Okay, Shuddhi movement was started by Arya Samaj. It is one of the important programs of the association. Okay, it aimed at, by starting Shuddhi movement, Arya Samaj aimed at reconversion of people who had converted to Islam and Christianity from Hinduism back to Hinduism. Okay, Shuddhi movement is a reconversion movement. Okay, Shuddhi movement is a reconversion of people who had already converted to the religion Islam and Christianity from Hinduism and bring back them to Hinduism. That is called as Shuddhi movement. Okay, and also Arya Samaj introduced one more program, that is cow protection associations are started. Okay, cow protection associations also started by Arya Samaj. Okay, to protect the cows, Arya Samaj started this association. Next, Arya Samaj had around 5 lakh members by 1921. Okay, it had around 5 lakh members by 1921. And after the death of the founder of Arya Samaj, Dayananda Saraswati, Dayananda Anglo-Vedic College was started in 1886. Okay. Dayananda Anglo-Vedic College started in 1886. Okay, in that college both English education, Anglo means English education, and Vedic education together given to the students. Okay, that is the importance of Dayananda Anglo-Vedic College. Similarly, Gurukula Vidyalayas was started in Haridwara. Okay, Gurukula Vidyalaya also started at Haridwara under the guidance of Arya Samaj. Next, Lala Lajpat Rai, a radical leader of Indian freedom movement, was influenced by the principles of Arya Samaj. Okay, Lala Lajpat Rai was greatly influenced the teachings of Arya Samaj and Dayananda Saraswati. Okay, one of the famous radical leader of Indian freedom movement, Lala Lajpat Rai, he was inspired and also he was influenced by the principles and teachings of Arya Samaj. Okay, this is about the detailed information with regards to Arya Samaj and Dayananda Saraswati. Next, we have to move to one more socio-religious reformation movement and one more socio-religious reformer of our country, Prarthana Samaj, founded by Dr. Atmaram पांडुरंगा. Okay. प्रार्थना समाज. Pratana Samaj. Pratana Samaj was founded by Dr. Atmaram Panduranga in 1867. That is also at Bombay or present Mumbai in Maharashtra state. Okay. Dr. Atmaram Panduranga in 1867 at Bombay. Okay. The influence of Brahma Samaj reached regions beyond Bengal. Okay. The influence of the association Brahma Samaj, which reached the regions beyond Bengal, means other areas of our country also got influenced by the effect of Brahma Samaj, and this Samaj took up various reformation movements influenced by Brahma Samaj. Okay, and this movement became influential in Western India, particularly in the areas of Bombay Presidency. Okay, Arya Samaj, Brahma Samaj are started to reform our Indian society, and the influence of that associations reached the regions beyond Bengal, and this association is Pratana Samaj. Pratana Samaj took up various reformation movements influenced by Brahma Samaj, and this movement with the Pratana Samaj movement became influential in Western India and also particularly in the areas of Bombay Presidency. Okay, and the aim of Pratana Samaj finding solutions to various problems faced by women and lower caste groups. Main aim of Pratana Samaj is finding solutions to various problems faced by women and also lower caste people. Okay, this was the major aim or goal of Pratana Samaj, finding solutions to the various problems faced by the women and lower caste people. Okay, and this association argued that Pratana Samaj argued that the reinterpretation of Hinduism is needed. Okay, association argued the reinterpretation of Hinduism is needed to reform our society. Reinterpretation of Hinduism is needed. That reinterpretation should conduct in the light of modern Western thinking. Okay, that reinterpretation should be in the light of modern Western thinking. In that way, we have to reinterpret our Hinduism, then only we can reform our Indian society. That was the thinking of Pratana Samaj, and the founder of that association, Dr. Atmaram Panduranga. Okay, and it advocated that, Pratana Samaj advocated that reformation should not be a wish, but should be implemented in reality. Okay. reformation should not be a wish. Okay, it should not be a wish, but should be implemented in reality. Okay, it should be implemented in reality. It should not be a wish. Okay, that is called as reformation according to Pratana Samaj. And many programs like education for women, rehabilitation of poor people were undertaken by the Pratana Samaj. Okay, Pratana Samaj implemented many programs under that, providing education to the women and also providing education for the lower class people and rehabilitation of the poor people who are in the need of support. Okay, they also rehabilitated. Like that, many programs are undertaken by Pratana Samaj. Okay, next, under Pratana Samaj, Justice Mahadeva Govinda Ranade, R.G. Bhandarkar and N.G. Chandravarkar were the other prominent leaders. Along with the Dr. Atmaram Panduranga, Pratana Samaj was achieved its goal by the support of other prominent leaders. Okay, among them Justice Mahadeva Govinda Ranade, one person. R.G. Bhandarkar, and N.G. Chandravarkar. These are the prominent leaders of Pratana Samaj. And the scope of Pratana Samaj got extended into various areas. The scope of the Pratana Samaj got extended into various areas under the leadership of Justice M.G. Ranade. Okay, the scope of Pratana Samaj got extended into various areas that was led by Justice Mahadeva Govinda Ranade. Okay. The scope of the association extended to various regions by the leadership of Justice Mahadeva Govinda Ranade. Okay, and Ranade attempted to reject child marriages and discrimination of widows. He also rejected child marriages and also discrimination of widows. Discrimination of widows also rejected by Justice Mahadeva Govinda Ranade, and he believed that legal intervention is needed to stop child marriages and encourage widow remarriages. Okay, according to Mahadeva Govinda Ranade, he believed that legal intervention, law is required. Okay, for what purpose? To stop child marriage, social events like child marriage, and to promote widows remarriage also, or to encourage widows remarriage also, legal intervention or law is required. That was the opinion of Mahadeva Govinda Ranade. Okay, about Mahadeva Govinda Ranade only question will be raised by the examiner. Okay, what are the great contributions given by M.G. Ranade to Pratana Samaj? You have to write these all points during that time. Okay, and hence he advocated taking the help of British government. Okay, to introduce law to stop child marriage and encourage widows remarriage. He said that, or he advocated that, taking the help of British support. By the help of British support only it is possible to legally we can do social changes in our society. Okay, these are the important information with regards to Pratana Samaj, its founder and Justice Mahadeva Govinda Ranade. Okay. Now we have to discuss about one more socio-religious reformer and association founded by him, Mahatma Jyotiba Phule. Okay, and Satyashodak Samaj. Satyashodak Samaj founded by Mahatma Jyotiba Phule. Okay, Mahatma Jyotiba Phule, founder of Satyashodak Samaj. Okay, there were widespread discriminations based on caste and gender in Maharashtra, just like in other parts of India, right? There were widespread discrimination based upon caste and gender in Maharashtra, just like in other parts of India. During the colonial rule of the British, okay, during the colonial rule of the British, many movements were started to address the social problems. When the time of the British colonial rule in India, many social reformation movements are started to address the social problems of our country. Okay, Satyashodak Samaj was one of the association founded during the time of the British colonial rule, right? Satyashodak Samaj was established in 1873. Okay, in the year of 1873, it was established by Mahatma Jyotiba Phule with an intention or with an aim to provide equal rights to non-Brahmin class and women. Okay, aim to provide equal rights to non-Brahmin class people and also for women. Okay, with this aim, Satyashodak Samaj started by Mahatma Jyotiba Phule at Bombay, right? This Samaj was founded by Mahatma Jyotiba Phule in order to build a philosophical base for the movement. In order to build the philosophical base for the movement, he wrote books like Gulamagiri to provide philosophical base for the movement. Mahatma Jyotiba Phule wrote the book Gulamagiri. Okay, Gulamagiri and Shatkarayacha Asud. Okay, Shatkarayacha Asud. One more book. Okay, Shatkarayacha Asud. Cultivators with corn. Cultivators with corn or Shatkarayacha Asud. Okay, these books were written by Mahatma Jyotiba Phule. One is Gulamagiri, another one is Shatkarayacha Asud or Cultivators with corn. And he opened schools for Shudras and girls. That is the one important work done by Mahatma Jyotiba Phule to reform our Indian society and to provide equal rights for non-Brahmin class and women. Okay, he opened schools. Okay, he opened schools for Shudras and girls. Right? Next, Phule, Mahatma Jyotiba Phule, who belonged to Mali caste, allowed people from all castes, including untouchables, to draw water from his well. Okay, Mahatma Jyotiba Phule, during that time, he was born in such a family which was considered as lower caste. Okay, even though he was born in a Mali family of Maharashtra, and he allowed the people from all the castes, including untouchables, to draw water from his well. Okay, Savitribai Phule joined hands with him. Okay, his wife Savitribai Phule, she also supported him in his endeavor. Okay, to achieve his goal, he was supported by his wife Savitribai Phule. Okay. Right? They established hostels for girls. Okay, and the work of Phule is important in the direction of establishing society based on equality. Okay. Hostels are established for girls, and Phule established a society of equality. Okay. Phule established hostels for girls, and also the works of Phule is important in the direction of establishing society based on equality. Right? And Ambedkar is one of the important person who were inspired by the works of this couple. This couple means Mahatma Jyotiba Phule and Savitribai Phule. Okay, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, he got inspired by the works and teachings of Mahatma Jyotiba Phule and his wife Savitribai Phule. Okay, these are all the important information with regards to Satya Shodhak Samaj, his founder, teachings and other important points. Okay, hereby we will stop today's discussion, and in the next class we will discuss about some more socio-religious reformers and their association and how they tried to reform our Indian society. That we will discuss in the next class. Thank you.